My guest is a Cuban-trained Dr. Hannah Luisa Bisiw. How are you?
God has shown me great mercies.
It's good to see you. Congratulations. We haven't spoken since you won this election.
You've been running away from me.
No, that's not what happened. You see, when you won the election, then you became very expensive, so it's difficult to meet you.
Yeah, I was only going to demand a cow, like a bull.
A cow from me?
Yes.
I mean, you are supposed to give me a car, then I'll give you a cow.
Stop that.
How are you doing, though?
God has shown me great
You're looking
mercies.
good. You're not looking... Yeah, no, Commander Kote is really taking care of you.
By the grace of God.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job. Yeah, he's doing a very good job.
By the grace of God. You see, you took the bride price, so the Akunta second, you took it.
Yes. So, yeah, now I think I should have asked for more, looking at what I have seen. Let's talk about the NDC, but before that, let's talk about Ablekuma North. Congratulations on winning that seat. You have won the seat. Your party has insisted that you're going to win the seat, but there's a view that you bullied your way into winning that seat.
Well,
what do you say to that?
Maru, when they say we bullied our way, I mean, it should be like, okay, people didn't vote and we pushed and counted ballots that did not exist. And I mean, for you to say somebody bullied their way in a democratic dispensation where we, where we all participated, then I don't really know what they mean. I think that is also an insult to the electorate in Ablekuma North. They queued, some went to work and they hurriedly came back, to come and vote. They voted in December, and I think that their will did not really reflect in whatever results were declared. And by the grace of God, there was a rerun in 9-10 polling stations. And they spoke again. So I don't think it's fair for anybody to say that they bullied or we bullied our way to victory.
The violence that we saw, that amounts to intimidation. Voter intimidation is a strategy of looting.
Maru, when they say violence, then probably every election, even including general elections, people bullied, if that's how we want to term it. 2020, we know what happened in this country. 2019 by-election, we know what happened. In fact, we had to pull out at a certain stage as a political party. Today we have paralyzed Mohammed Al-Hassan. We have a disabled, Yaro. He used to play football in India. Now his leg is gone. And so I don't see what the violence that happened. I saw Honorable Kennedy Japan with our national vice chairman, Chief Azoka, and joking, sharing jokes, met MPPs and stuff. So I don't know what the violence that they're talking about.
But you saw it. You saw the
thugs. No, I didn't see.
You saw the thugs that came and forced.
I didn't see. No, I didn't see.
You haven't seen the videos?
Well, if you tell me if I saw videos, yes, I saw videos.
Okay, so you've seen the videos of what happened at the place.
Of what happened at Methodist, one polling center out of the 90. Okay, and it wasn't like NDCs and MPPs fighting. If I read from the video, somebody was, that's Hawa Koomson, was spraying something that's pepper spray.
Because there were aggressors that were targeting her.
Well, whatever it was.
You are a woman. Don't you have a pepper spray in your purse?
I don't.
How do you protect yourself when you go
in the first place, God protects me. And secondly, I have a personal bodyguard, so I don't carry any weapon on me. I don't.
But if you didn't have a personal bodyguard?
I still don't. I'm the type that sometimes I walk alone. I don't.
Well, are you Tai Chi trained, Kung Fu trained? You can fight yourself?
I'm godly trained.
Yeah, but I mean...
I'm godly trained.
You still need, if you don't, so that's why you have a bodyguard, because you cannot...
Yeah, I do have a bodyguard, but sometimes when I don't, even the bodyguard is not like a written word that when you move, you have to move. No, me, I don't.
But there are a lot of women who carry with them protective devices like the pepper spray that you talked about. Is that wrong?
No, I'm not. What it's wrong when you spray it on people. You see,
But if you have it,
let me say
isn't it?
this to you. 2008, I was a polling agent, Tema Central, and no, sorry, Tema West. That time we didn't have Tema Central; it was West and East, Star School to be precise, and there was balloon ballot papers where, let's say, where I was. Voters, registered voters 850. Not everybody came. By the end, we counted 1,000 something, so we refused, When we went to the polling center, the collation center, the next morning, all the NDC, the ballot boxes did not have our seals because we protested. Once you protest at the polling center, then, we followed everything. When we were going to put the seals, it was myself with 2 guys. Then the police officer said, no, you're not allowed us to go. So I said, it's our seals. Look at the boxes. We need to put our party seals. The man said no. So he pulled his AK and cocked the gun. And I mean, if you have any training, you know that immediately police pulls a gun and cocks, he's ready to shoot. So the guys, they froze, and I took the
ballot papers?
The seals from them. And I raised my hand. I'm getting to the pepper spray, and I raised my hand. And I started screaming, collation center, there were a lot of people. And we had stayed over. I was part of the national collation team with Honorable Kwame Agbaja. So we used to drive back and forth from Tema to Nima to collate from other constituencies for our strong room. So I raised my hand, and it was when I started shouting, and I said, look, I only have seals in my hand. Seals, all that I have are seals. And I'm going to put those seals on the ballot. It belongs to my party. That time, to be very truthful to you, I had no hope that even NDC would win. All that I knew was that I had a duty to perform for my political party, not to perform it to excellence, if not in perfection. Then I said, if it's the last thing that I would do for the party, I'll do it. So he can shoot. Then his scream stopped. So I turned back and I did the same. The third scream, I didn't stop. I did not even look back. And I saw him on the phone. He put the phone, but he still had his phone. And so I went up and fixed all the seals. And when I finished, I did this. So there was this MPP guy, but there was a little veranda like that. So he pushed me. When he did, I staggered a bit and I stood. Once you hit me, I responded.
How did you respond?
With a hit also.
So you hit him back?
Exactly so.
Okay.
And
so you agree that if someone is attacked, they should attack back?
No. So I'm saying something. Now, the police came in because he went into his back. And I took a step back. And when I did, we thought, the police came from behind, so he thought I was the one. The next thing he did was to pepper spray the police. You understand? Now, on who you pepper spray determines the reaction you get. If I think there's a place too dangerous for me to go, I won't go. When I go, I'm ready to take the risk. Now, I've been asking, when people ask me, don't you sympathize or empathize with her? I said, look, not until she was attacked, I had forgotten that she exists. Because I'll not give her space in my mind, in my heart. She cannot be part of my emotions. It will be waste of emotions and everything else. Okay. Hawa Koomson, I'm a victim, a direct victim of Hawa Koomson.
What do you mean?
Direct victim of a attack, violent attack.
Where and when?
The first one happened in Parliament. I was pregnant. So when people start talking about she's a woman, and I ask myself, what woman would attack a pregnant woman? You remember when President Mahama won 2012, they said they would not accept blah, blah, blah. Then he came for his first State of the Nation. So they walked out. They did what they wanted to do and walked out. So we sat in and listened to the president, his message for
At the time
nation.
you were an MP? At
the time I was the MP for the good people of Tano South. And now he's my coordinator, who is the MP for the good people of Tano South. Honorable Charles Akwasi, I salute you. And so when we finished and we went out, they walked out, but they did not spare the kebabs and the snacks that had been arranged for us who were sitting and listening to the president's State of the Nation. So when they walked out, I said, oh, wow, but you all said you don't respect him as a president. And now the snacks that have been prepared for those who respect him, you come to finish all the kebab. I said, we are kebab MPs. So we started teasing ourselves and it ended there. Went for select committee meeting. And we were on the same, at that time I was on lands and forestry. I was on forestry. So the food delayed in coming. And I told one of the MPs, I said, are you people, it's not kebab. So, so sometimes we tease ourselves. Even when they were in power, one of the MPs was telling me, one of them, they themselves, the MPP, one who called me said, oh, for these ones, when they also did their own, they were also eating the food, and we went, so why are you eating? They said, oh, whilst you are listening, we're taking care of business out here for you, so all loud. Hawa Koomson was at it. Then he said, you called us kebab MPs. And me, at the
time she was an MP?
Yes. So I thought all the jokes, I said, you people are kebab MP. The first thing she did was to hit me, a pregnant woman.
Hit you where? Which part of your body?
She hit me. She hit.
And it wasn't a joke?
No. And she took a step back. And there's one of them that I'll not mention her name. She started using all the vocal gun. So one MP came in, held her. So immediately she did, the first thing I did was to protect my tummy.
Why don't you mention her name? Because now you
no,
need a corroborator.
The reason why I'm not mentioning her name is that I don't think it would be fair. It's not the point of discussion right now.
Okay.
It wouldn't be fair on her. But why I'm saying that is that she was MPP. That time, she insulted me also. And one person asked Hawa Koomson, that's a pregnant woman. She said she didn't care. Okay? She didn't care. If she hit the stomach, I lose my baby. She didn't care. So we moved from there. Why I'm not mentioning the other ones, and because I want to just say something. Even though she insulted me, when we went with the speaker to sign a book of condolence when Dr. and I don't want to remind them of their pain, when Dr. Valeso lost, I think, the father or something, we went there. And I was part of the small team that went with speaker. And this one who insulted me was part of it. I don't know what she had gone to cause with some women. They kind of assembled there. What they did to her, I went in to defend her. You understand? When I did, she came in and she started calling me sister. Up to date.
So Honorable Koomson assaulted you at the time? She
assaulted me at the time.
And then, you didn't report this to anybody, did you?
There was no need.
Okay, but you kept it, you didn't fight back, you didn't assault her back?
No, I was pregnant, and all that I wanted was to protect my baby.
Okay.
At that point, I wanted to protect my baby.
So for you, that's justification for the attack we saw on her?
No. I mean, I don't care what happened to her, but right now I'm going to a second attack. I was a polling agent for my political party, 2019 by-election, Ayawaso Wesugo. To be precise, Legon polling station B. I was there, under gazebo. When I got there and we started, the MPP agent was complaining of his battery running low, his phone. I had a power bank. And I said, okay, you take it, because I know the work of agents. If you are not able to transmit, you'll be in trouble. We are here to police our political party's interests. And I want you to do your work well. Then he said, Madam Aisha, so you'll take it. We were there when Hawa Koomson then led a team of about 30 men to my center. In fact, she came with a lady, I don't remember her name now, but she contested with their current women's organizer, Kejim Fuab, the first time that Kate contested, not the second time. And Hawa Koomson, these were her words. What are you doing here? And I'll quote in Chi, when I am at TV, so no radio, so can't quite say, Bisiw in the Mombon.
That's what she said.
Exactly. And these men started. She stood aside. The police now picked me. So when it happens like that, you see the EC, they'll be picking their papers and people were running. So the police picked me over the wall. Then another one held me from the back. I had gone there in the morning with my black Land Cruiser and parked under a tree. Then we changed from the Land Cruiser to Prado in the afternoon. The driver, when the driver came, they had parked where we parked. Somebody else has parked the Land Cruiser. So he parked the Prado at a different place. So not knowing they had been monitoring that spot from the morning. So immediately the police picked me. They thought I was going to the Land Cruiser. They ran towards the Land Cruiser, including Hawa Koomson, to prevent whatever. Then they realized that I was going the other side. Look, it was like a movie. They ran back. Honorable Amate is my witness and the wife. He appeared there and he was screaming. He was trying to help. They beat him up. They beat the wife up.
Amate of Lejokuku.
Yes. And that time he was our deputy director for elections. And so the police was just a Madame Brown. They were running. And about 3 of them were able to get to the car before I got in. They started again. Then just when I got in, I pulled my seat. The chairman, the constituency chairman of Tano South is my cousin, Chairman Suli. He was there. And so he tried to prevent. All his t-shirt was torn into pieces. And this one hit me from here. This one hit me from there. Then the police started screaming, move, driver, move. So now those who were running decided to block the car. Then when the driver stepped on the accelerator, they realized that right now it's life or death. So whilst the car was moving, this one, the one who was close, tried to pass, to block the car. Then the one from here now held my hand, dragging me out of the car. We moved with the 2 doors of my vehicle opened. I granted an interview on GTV, I think Metro. I remember the GTV very well.
And it was Hawa Koomson who was responsible for this?
I said Hawa Koomson led them. I'm saying this. She led them. And she did the introduction, she did the talking, and she gave the directive. And when they were running towards my car, she was part of it. I want to find out, the interview, did she come out to say, I'm sorry that I led the men to beat the former member of parliament for Tandon South, former deputy minister, Works and Housing, former deputy minister, Food and Agriculture, the current national women's organizer of the NDC, did she say it? She brought 30 men according to because there were many. And the polling agent who was there called me begging. He called me, how you madam? He was begging the whole day. Like the number of times that he called. So why should Hawa Koomson being beaten be a case for me? I don't want to say that my interest in Ablekuma North is what happened. Okay. She wasn't me. I saw that. I even thought it was a movie. So I didn't even observe it very well until they started asking. I said, oh, she did. Won't you say so? Why will I say sorry to her? Okay.
My question to you, you're a Christian.
Exactly.
I think the book of Moses says something about an eye for an eye. And you agree that that's not the way to be. So if your eye was plucked out, according to you, allegedly...
No, not alleged.
No, I am saying it's alleged. Because you are making a claim.
Yes.
That it was done by Hawa Koomson.
No,
does it mean her eye should also be plucked out? Should we not end somewhere?
Excuse me, did you see me slapping her? No, I've not slapped, I've not attacked her.
You should condemn the...
No, I'll not condemn any attack
on her.
On her. I condemn any form of attack anyhow, anyway. But nobody should push me to condemn an attack on her. Why will I do that?
She said she acted in self-defense. She spoke today.
I don't care whatever she did.
So the pepper spray
no, please, that is her own. Whether she acted in self-defense or trouble defense or back defense or what.
So you are happy she was assaulted?
Look, I will not even waste my emotions on Hawa Koomson. Let me tell you one thing. Don't ask me, a woman who was attacked by this very woman when I was pregnant. And you're talking about a woman to woman. What makes Hawa Koomson special? The people who died. She was the MP. Did she come out? At their constituency, in Nakoyo, the beatings she received, the people who were beaten. So let's even say those things. Okay? Why should me, the national men's organizer of the NDC, why should this be my trouble? When this very woman attacked me, I told him, Moses said, look, for my Bible, whatever my Bible says, I agree with my Bible. I don't argue with my Bible. I live by the Bible. I don't want to say that I know from Genesis to Revelation everything. But what I'm taught, I pick, okay? And now, you say an eye for an eye if I went to also organize people to beat her. I've said this. I can't even say she's my enemy because you see the Bible says we should pray for our enemies, and I don't think that she deserves that space around me as an enemy. You understand me? That space should be left. Are you saying these things
because we've heard claims that she intends to run as women organizer of the NPP? You're worried?
I care less.
You are happy that she's been crippled?
I care less. Let me tell you. Do you think I love woman organizer more than my life? I have to be alive before I can be a women's organizer, isn't it? And in any case, she's not going to contest with Hannah Bisiw Kote. She's going to contest a political party. I don't care what they do, what they stop doing. That is their own. Even though we watch them to make sure that 2028 is a given for us. But what I'm saying is this. I don't think it's also fair that anybody should ask we, the victims of Hawa Koomson, to start saying sorry or pray for her. I don't care.
When Lydia Alassane was elected in that by-election, your party denounced her because of the violence that produced her. Why are you not denouncing Rabna Obin? She's also been produced by violence.
No, she was not produced by violence. What is the percentage? Let me ask. 19 polling centers. You do hear of any? Let me ask you, did you hear of any other polling center where there was violence? Did you hear of shooting? Did you hear of people being maimed?
A journalist was slapped.
Slapped by who?
By a police officer.
Okay. So that is a law enforcement officer who slapped somebody. Let's put that one aside. I'm talking about the political party.
And a deputy organizer of an opposition party was beaten.
It was at that polling center.
Yes.
I wasn't there to judge because it was at the same time that things were happening. So Umaru, we're here in 2019. Ayawa Suweswiko. Bones were scattered. Flesh of human beings were scattered like men's beef. Blood spilled. Members of parliament were beaten. National officers were beaten. Edem Agbana was beaten. My former deputy was beaten. So
there's a worry that Akwetia is going to be bloody.
Whoever is worrying, maybe they are preparing for the bloody. Our interest is that we are taking Akwetia, and our own is to mobilize, our own is to send a message down,
and
our
also
own
go and
is to
intimidate
train
people.
No, we don't intimidate people.
But those thugs, they don't belong to your party? The ones who came there?
Were they wearing NDC colors?
I didn't see.
Hawa Koomson has hurt so many people in her constituency. And I'm sure when she was coming, she was very loud for them to know she's coming to Ablekuma North.
You think those people came from...
I don't think, if I say I think, I feel or I suspect it could be any of her victims or relatives of her victims, finding her at a place and retaliating. And so for me, you can't say that, oh, these are NDCs or NPPs or have you, because I'm sure that things have happened. But for me, as a victim, a direct victim of this woman who let tax herself, gave the command, insulted and asked them to beat, and I was beaten. And I had to go to my house to nurse my wound and my pain. For anybody, for that matter, to come and ask me, because she's a woman, so let's even put the electoral one aside. If you're a woman, you attack a pregnant woman, then you're a disgrace to womanhood.
This is Face to Face on ChannelOne Television. My guest is the National Women Organizer of the NDC. When we come back, we'll talk about the NDC's plans to govern. They said that they were going to produce another version of a Better Ghana, Professor Mills' campaign on Better Ghana agenda. President Mahama says building the Ghana we want. How is a building block of this Ghana that we want going? And we'll talk about her office, the new one she's occupying. I've seen her in videos fighting Chinese galamseers, or at least Chinese officials believed or alleged to be engaging in illegal mining. We'll talk about what she was doing in the forest wearing a helmet. Stay with us. You're welcome back. This is Face to Face on ChannelOne Television. My guest is the administrator of the Minerals Investment Fund, Development Fund, I beg your pardon. Also National Women Organizer of the National Democratic Congress, former Deputy Minister, former Member of Parliament, and also a non-sympathizer of Hawa Koomson.
But how can you see, how can I love Hawa Koomson more than I love myself?
No, but you should love her at least equally and worry for her pain. But
why will I worry for her pain? Abba Umaru, stop that.
I have stopped.
Stop that. Why will I waste my emotions?
I have stopped.
I've told you not until she was beaten. I had forgotten that she really exists, and that is the truth.